criticism. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Professor Sougata.
Very nice. Thank you, sir. Sir, I speak on the weapons of mass destruction and their delivery systems, Prohibition of Unlawful Activities Amendment Bill 2022. And we support the bill. This is brought in the interest of national security and national interest. That's why we support the bill. Sir, this bill aims at this bill is formed out of the recommendation of the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, to prohibit financing of terrorist activities. It empowers central government to freeze, seize, or attach funds or economic resources for preventing such financing, prohibit making available funds, etc. in relation to weapons of mass destruction. This bill has been brought in a hurry because only on 4th April, the United Nations meeting at Geneva expressed deep concern over proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. Our representative Pankaj Sharma said that India has been drawing the attention of the world towards this threat and need to strengthen international cooperation to address them through its annual consensus. We are deeply concerned about the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction and their delivery system, which endangers international peace and security. The whole fear is about a terrorist getting his hand on a weapon of mass destruction. What are weapons of mass destruction? Nuclear, radiological, biological or chemical weapons. The last time weapon of mass destruction was used was in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, 1945. Since then, though the world has seen many small wars, weapons of mass destruction which kill millions of people in minutes have not been used. This is called the deterrence. Deterrence of, it's called MAD, mutually assured destruction. That's why nobody goes for it. But now if you see, there are 8 countries in the world: China, Russia, North Korea, Pakistan, India, USA, UK. 8 countries which have got weapons of mass destruction. This includes India and Pakistan. And 5 of these countries are signatories to the NPT, Non-Proliferation Treaty. India has not been a signatory. We have always cited our own security concerns, and that's why we have not signed the NPT. Though we are for disarmament, Raja spoke at length about Rajiv Gandhi's initiative in the matter. Now the important thing is to ensure the safety of our country in future. We may notice that in 9/11, America had the Twin Towers destroyed. Since then, they set up a Department of Homeland Security. And since that time, no major terrorist incident has happened in the USA. And if you go to USA, not as a minister, as an ordinary man, you realize that they have really tightened their homeland security. The main point is to tighten our own homeland security so that this does not happen. Now, having said that no, that's not very important. You went to Bonga and lost all the seats. That's why you're in your mind always that place. Why you forget your defeat? Now, you were going around in those villages, you lost all the seats. Why you're talking about. So, you are now Minister of Government of India. You forget about your defeat in Bengal.
Kindly address to the chair.
Sir, I'll address. We have gone through this process long. We remember Pokhran, 1998. We remember just to get out of US sanctions, Jaswant Singh and Strobe Talbot talked for hours together, days together, to bring the Americans to understand our position with regard to vis-a-vis nuclear proliferation. Now, the External Affairs Minister, who, as I said, is a diplomat and taciturn, doesn't waste a single word, doesn't make a single wrong comment, made a comment yesterday that the world order is changing. And he said, we will be on the right side of the world order. I'd like to know from the Honourable Minister, what world order is it talking of? And which side will be? Because yesterday I raised some questions. He was busy and I was insignificant. He didn't reply. I said, why has India gone into passive diplomacy, where our diplomacy consists only of the Prime Minister ringing up Putin and Zelensky, and the External Affairs Minister meeting the British Foreign Secretary or the Russian Foreign Minister? Don't we have anything else? When tanks of one country are pummeling another country, leave aside whether Zelensky is pro-American or Putin is right, we don't. But the courage that Ukrainians have shown, everybody thought that Russian tanks will cut through Ukraine like knife in a butter. But the people in Ukraine have resisted, which proves that nationalism is still a force in this world. We have not been able to. अरे बाबा, रूस अटैक करेगा वो अच्छा।
आप अपनी बात रखिए, अपनी बात रखिए।
ये प्रोफेशनल हेकलर को रुकिए ना सर। So, sir, I am saying that we should not take sides. But I say that when a country is being attacked, even today's day and age, we should sit up and take notice. Jawaharlal Nehru would not have been a silent spectator. India's punch shield does not advise being a silent spectator to efforts as genocide. India must be proactive, considering her size, her importance. Our diplomacy, ये आप लोग को जो भी बोलेगा जयशंकर को भी बोलने नहीं दूंगा। आप बड़ा हेकलर बने हैं।
स्वागत रॉय जी,
आप लोग कुछ नहीं करते। ये सही जगह चेंज करके इधर बैठता, रोज यहाँ पर हेकलिंग करता, क्या होता है?
अपने आवाज को जरा कम रखो।
इसलिए
जब आप you are speaking on international relations.
Why should I be disturbed? Tell me.
You are speaking on the international relations. ऐसी बात मत बोलो कि इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन में कोई स्ट्रेन हो। ऐसी बात मत बोलो कि इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन में कोई स्ट्रेन हो। आप अपनी बात रखिए अभी।
I shall not be cowed down by threats. I am addressing you.
No question of threat, but आप ऐसी बात ना बोलो कि इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन में कोई कड़वास आई। ऐसी बात ना बोलो।
Sir, I am slowly in the process of concluding the speech. I started by supporting the bill. I started by praising.
आप अपनी बात रखिए.
I started by praising.
You address to chair.
I said that the foreign minister must persuade the government to take a more proactive role in the matter of conflict between Ukraine and Russia. What is wrong in that? And I am again urging him to take a more proactive role in bringing the world from the brink of mutually assured destruction, mad, in having a better nuclear control regime. India is totally silent on this issue. Only some officers go to this place. We have not had a single statement by the Prime Minister on the problem of nuclear proliferation. We have not had a major statement from the Prime Minister on the matter of one country invading another country. We have not had a statement. Yes, we have. It said that foreign policy is enlightened self-interest. I know that. We have read what Machiavelli said. But foreign policy is not Machiavelli alone. Foreign policy is also Panchsheel. It's also Gautam Buddha's teaching. We are a 5,000-year-old country. We must have a proper foreign policy. That's why, sir, again, assuring the Minister of our full support in any further efforts he may take towards achieving the activities of rogue states, rogue individuals, criminals who tend to bring weapons of mass destruction. But let me tell you, sir, it has been shown on the internet. They are showing methods in which a college boy can assemble together a small nuclear device. The point is not that. Point is to have a vigilance. Abraham Lincoln said that eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. Are we vigilant enough? Do we keep track of who's doing what in the country? That is the important thing. We must defend ourselves. Lastly, sir, I'll stop by quoting 2 lines by John Donne, the famous poet, quoted in Ernest Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls. He said, every man's death diminishes me, for I am involved in mankind. Therefore ask me not for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. When somebody else is attacked, I feel the bell is tolling for me. We also have to defend our heights in Galwan, in Pangong Lake. We have to defend our areas in Arunachal. We have to find out friends who defend us in this difficult situation, and that should be crux of our foreign policy. With that, sir, I support the bill and thank you for allowing me.
Thank you very much. Shri Sanjeev Kumar ji.